Welcome back, everybody, to this
I was about to jump in and see if you wanted me to do it.
I'm your host, Barry, and with me, as he always is, it's Eric the Whiskey Mutant. Sorry, I had to take a big...
Oh, I'm Eric.
I'm
here.
I'm very sorry. I was cleaning my glass out, and I didn't realize that it was almost to 18 seconds, which, by the way, have you ever noticed I start talking at the exact same time every episode?
I thought it was 17.9.
Maybe it is.
I swear it's
17.9. It's supposed to be 18.
You start a millisecond early sometimes.
All right, well, that's fair.
I noticed these things.
Okay.
But I like how you were like...
Oh, we're back. The theme from this week is We're Dying.
Everyone. Eventually.
Yeah, but the theme this week really is we're a lot more chill than we were the past couple of weeks because
I'm so calm.
We're not interviewing anybody, and we don't have to be on our best behavior.
And if you really want to see us not on our best behavior, go to patreon.com/mybourbonpodcast.
Ding, ding, ding.
For as little as $1 a month, you can support the show, but at $5, you get all the bonus stuff where we do and say things that we shouldn't.
Oh, yeah.
And you get this episode uncut and
Nothing
little
that'll
early.
get us canceled, though. Usually.
Patreon.com, My Bourbon Podcast. Go there. Get all the stuff.
And if you join as a paid member, we give you a little shout out at the end of each episode. Or not each episode, but after you join.
Yeah. I got two to talk about today because I always talk about, because the way Patreon works around here is I always end up meeting the person and then they join. And I like to recount the meeting, and it's a wild one. I don't even know what happened, but
you're going to have to find it.
Yeah, I'm going to have to.
Yeah. Also, thank you so much to everybody who checked out the last couple of episodes. I know they were a bit more dense than we normally do because we're a little bit more laid back these days. But I will say, though, I am so happy to be getting back in the swing of interviews and having
you're so good at
special guests.
And I'm so bad at it.
I think you're getting a lot better at it.
Do you ever just want to make a bourbon that tastes like chocolate cake? That's my answer.
I think you're not giving yourself enough credit. You're getting a lot
Joe
better.
Beatrice did invite us to Barrel.
He did.
All because I think he wants to prove me wrong.
Maybe.
We'll
find out.
I do think he hides vegetables in bourbon.
But regardless, though, we do have more interviews coming up throughout the year. We're getting requests more now too than we have in a while. Bleeping that out. I'm just straight up bleeping that out, dude.
What?
I'm not even letting that go to air.
What? Everybody else does it?
I know.
We're on the list.
You would never.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be quiet and we're gonna move on to Flying Blind or Sips and Snacks. I don't know. What do we do? Do you have anything?
I was gonna ask. I have either or. What do you want to do?
Well, we've got a review, and the last time we did Sips and Snacks before a review, we got in trouble. So maybe we should.
Well, probably because I was going to do those dill pickle
oh yeah, let's do the other one, the Flying Blind.
Let me go get it while you talk to Patreon.
All right, hi Patreon. All right, I'm not looking.
All right, don't look. Don't cheat.
I'm not cheating. Why would I? I would never look. I've never noticed your Grand Zeno Funko Pop.
Yeah. Why haven't you ever noticed them?
I guess I just haven't. I'll talk about. I have something I'll talk about in tips and bits, I suppose.
All right. Flying Blind.
Okay.
Oh God. That's.
What have you done?
Oh boy.
Smells very green.
Very green.
Not like young, but the color I'm getting from it is green.
What kind of green? Light, dark? What do you think?
Like grass.
Oh.
Like fresh spring.
Ooh, okay.
Green grass. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It does smell like a very, I'm sitting out on the porch just enjoying some classic.
Built for spring, like the early, like cooler days of summer.
Yeah.
Know what I mean? Anyway.
I had a little bit of this the other night, and I was like, I gotta bring this around. It's almost gone.
Does this lead into what you've been drinking recently?
No.
Okay.
No. This leads into there's a product coming out that I'm like, there is no way that this thing is ever going to compare to the good versions. And we're drinking the good version of something. And I'm just like, they're putting something's coming out that I'm like, I guarantee this is going to be a disappointment. I'm calling it right now.
Oh, okay.
But I wanted us to have the good stuff before we start eventually getting the poop.
Okay.
I know it is. I'm calling it right now.
I don't know what that means, but
well,
what is it?
You tell me what you think it is. Give me some guesses.
There's something new coming.
Yes. This is a different version of something new coming out right now.
Is this like a 2XO or something?
Mm-mm. Oh, God.
Do we know the people that made this?
Yes. We know everything about this. I mean, we don't know them personally. We know everything about
So it's
this.
not like rare character or anything?
No.
We don't know them personally?
I mean, we probably know somebody, you know. It's a big brand. It's not like we just hang out with them or anything.
Is it a Heaven Hill something?
Yep.
Is it an Old Fitz?
Yep.
It's a decanter?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Why didn't you say that to begin with?
I didn't know.
This is...
I had to get there. Holy moly.
16-year-old Old Fitz. And look, we're going to...
Why do you think the 7-year-old's going to be bad?
Because
this is so good?
Yes, and
Okay,
because
fair enough.
Okay, let's go back to some of the Old Fits we've had recently.
You're right.
I just don't get why they're doing that.
So we can have a shelf standard offering.
Why? Their larceny isn't even good. Ain't it going to be the same? Ain't that the same? Technically?
I mean, yeah, it is the same mash bill.
I just want this. I want some good classic Old Fits. I know this is 16 years old. People are like, oh, of course.
It's so early in the episode for a rant.
I am. And ever since we saw that they're going to be bringing out this shelf Old Fits, and I'm like, why?
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I look forward to it. I look forward to trying it, having a bottle. We'll find out.
I mean, look at this.
But this is great.
Look at this thing, man. This is just...
It's beautiful.
And it's almost gone.
Kissing the bottle like you just won the
gone.
championship.
I mean, this is like COVID? Pre-COVID?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Before we go too far, I have to ask you, what do you think UK's chances are in the NCAA tournament?
At least 2 rounds.
I think they're going to get out in the second round.
I'm going first.
I'm calling it now. I didn't fill out a bracket. I didn't have time to.
I filled out 2.
I think that
I'm currently number 1.
With the amount of injuries that they have, and just kind of their luck towards the tail end of the season.
This bracket, first place.
Dang.
This bracket, not so much. That was my take some chances. I got them going in at least 2 rounds. I don't think they'll make it any farther than that.
Yeah, I don't.
And that's just being realistic. Now, as a Kentucky fan at heart, I would love,
Well, of course, you want to see him win the whole thing.
But realistically, like you said, this has been the season of injuries. Like, we have a brand new team, basically, and
regrowth.
Then half of them have been hurt. It's been hard to watch at certain times.
Yeah.
So But yeah, that's what I kind of got. Yeah, I'm going.
Anyway, what have you been drinking recently? Okay,
just go first.
I did a stream on Saturday night with my friends Miranda and Josh. You can follow on Twitch at Rue McGuire. I always have a hard time saying her handle. And Edinger Mentum. And they're not big bourbon people. So I introduced them to Elijah Craig and Turkey 101. And they preferred Elijah Craig, which was fun.
What? Excuse me?
Yeah.
Turkey too much for them? A little bit high proof?
I guess. I don't know.
Dang, come on now.
We had initially planned to do like a couple extra pours too. They just weren't able to find them, but I'll wind up doing another stream with them in the future, and hopefully getting to do those as well. Let's see. What else? I went to Mom and Dad's on Tuesday.
Oh, had some Egger Mark, I bet.
No.
Oh.
Papa Ritter goes, I got something I want you to try. I was like, and I never know what this is going to be. Like sometimes he'll pull a bottle out that he was like, oh, there was a brand rep there at Liquor Barn.
I'm
you remember like there was one time and it was just the worst swill I've ever had in my entire life.
Yep.
This was not that.
Okay.
He was talking to the store clerk and they're like trying to sell him on a $300 bottle of OKI that was, the
16 year?
Yeah. And he didn't get it because it was $300.
Yeah.
Instead, he got a bottle of 1924 Old Forester, which is their new batch. And like something was tweaked with their new batch. I don't remember what.
So it's still 10 year, but it's a different batch?
Yeah. It's really good.
Is it really good or is it like batch one good?
It's really good.
Well, what's the deets?
I don't remember. That's what I'm saying.
Wonder what they did.
I don't know.
You bring me a sample?
No, I didn't because I didn't have a sample bottle. Dude, listen to me. I knew this was going to happen. I didn't have a sample bottle. If I did, I would have brought you one. Look, this was
out of everything in your father's house.
He didn't have one either.
There wasn't just like a little jar or something?
Why would I don't know.
You don't know what's in your own parents' house?
No, dude, I haven't lived there in like 10 years.
You didn't ask?
Oh my gosh. I'm not doing this today. I'm putting my foot down. I don't come here for the abuse.
We're doing this today.
We're not. I'm going to stay with my sister.
I will fight for our love. I will make us stronger. But before that, there are some stuff that has to change.
I just can't.
You got to bring me some stuff.
I bring you good stuff every week.
I get that, but there's even better stuff you could have brought me. Are you done?
I think so.
All right, well, let's get into what I've been drinking.
You're right, I am done.
I went and hung out with our friend Shade for a little bit.
Oh.
And I got to drink some rare character stuff that I can't talk about.
Of course not.
It was really good, and everybody's got some great stuff to look forward to. I wish I could talk about some of it, but I can't. But you know what I do when I go places and I drink good stuff? I bring you stuff.
Oh,
you go to Pursuit? Any Pursuit? Nope, didn't even bring me a freaking bag. I go.
Did they ever message you back, by the way?
Yeah, let's see what they said. Yeah, they said, "Am I jealous?" I think. And I was like, "Yeah, of course." Perry got you jealous. Of course. Yeah, I said he pissed me off, and then they didn't reply. So they think I'm mad at you right now. But anyway, so I went and got to try some stuff. talked to Chade. We did some tasting notes on some stuff coming out. But I got you 2 bottles. I brought you 2 bottles here.
Oh, my gosh.
We have a thing going on with a lot of these batches. You get 777. I get the mark of the devil, the beast, 666. So here you go, 777 of that batch 1 and 777 of that batch 2. All for you. Just for you. So, yeah, I had some good stuff. Brought some stuff back for Perry.
I'm going to go claw my own eyes out now.
Well, you got some whiskey to go with it.
Okay, look. I said this on Patreon. I'm going back to therapy. So maybe this will be something I work on in therapy, is just being a better friend. Sorry. I love you.
It's okay. I love you too. I didn't want to go enjoy a bunch of good whiskey and not bring you back something. So there you go.
I have never felt worse in my entire life about who I am as a person than I have over the past couple of months of doing this podcast. I cut down on my depression medicine because I was telling myself I'm doing really good in life. I got 2 beautiful kids. My marriage is going great. I'm gainfully employed. I come here on Friday afternoons to have a good time with my best friend.
You're my
drink
best
some
friend.
whiskey.
You're my brother. We're basically family. But I'm like the older, younger brother.
I'm not doing enough.
I'm the older, younger brother. I'm going to give you shit.
In fact, I'm objectively doing the least. I'm doing the worst. I am not him.
It's all good. But I just want everyone to know.
Look, my wife is texting me. She's probably telling me that we need to have a conversation.
About what?
I don't know.
You got whiskey now. 2 brand new
Yeah,
bottles.
that's probably why she said she's telling me we need to have a conversation.
Do you need to leave?
Maybe.
Okay, I'll finish this episode.
So last week, we interviewed the guys from Blue Note.
Mm-hmm. You interviewed. I asked some random questions.
You interviewed too. You were present for the interview.
I was there.
This week we are going to review 2 of their products, the Crossroads Bourbon and the Special Reserve release, which is there's
a lot on that
crown
back
jewel
label.
With 10 distinct finished products that goes into the blend. We'll talk just kind of generally about our thoughts on this specific product in a moment. But I wanted to start with the Crossroads, which is actually also a finished bourbon. It's French oak finished, 100 proof.
That's one thing. Like, I think I probably mentioned this before, but it's like,
oh, thanks.
Yes, like double oak products, French oak products are still considered finished products, but I tend to only think of finished as like different casks. Like,
well, sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, it is good to point out that they're still finished. They're just, in a different barrel.
Yeah. So this guy is $45. It's non-age stated, but I think it's roughly like 5 years old. It's Green River distillate. And I'm excited to get into this.
You know the roads?
The Crossroads?
Mm-hmm. They're on the bottle.
No.
61 and 49. So, right there.
Look at that.
Yep.
I'm assuming those are the Crossroads that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil to, and be able to play guitar super good for.
I thought it was Bone Thugs.
No. Huh?
Bone Thugs in Harmony.
No.
Meet you at the crossroads.
No, Robert Johnson, the blues player from the early 1900s who reportedly sold his soul to the devil so that he could be the best blues guitar player of all
That was
time.
Tenacious D.
There's a lot of this, man.
Oh. Dude, I love the nose.
I really do too.
I think this is one of their best things.
I completely agree. I like it better than I do their regular bourbon. Not to say that their regular bourbon isn't just solid. I just think that
I think this is a one-up.
I completely agree. I think the finishing just elevates this product.
You get a very like almost like the vanilla icing, like the French vanilla icing on it, and it's almost leading. The nose is like leading into like some kind of baking thing. Like it's French vanilla heavy and baking spices. There's
a slightly darker note on the nose too that I can't quite point to, but it all kind of
nutmeg.
Actually, I mean, it is kind of in like the baking spices.
That's what I get.
Profile.
Yeah.
But it all does really point to like just baked goods in general.
And I had a little sip. I cheated a little bit, got a little sip there while you were talking, but it turns into that as well. It's got a very, I always hate doing this. I hate bringing up other brand names when we're reviewing something, but it's got a very Heaven Hill Snickerdoodle.
Yes, it does.
Palette.
Yeah.
Always have that.
Which might be the reason that I love it so much.
Probably. It's very, very similar to Heaven Hill bourbon with that Snickerdoodle though. Like, it's a French vanilla Snickerdoodle.
I love this bottle.
It's really good. And, if you listened last week, you'll probably get a cast strength version of this.
Which I cannot wait for.
I think that's going to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
At the proof it is now, 100?
100, yeah.
It's so good, but I can't imagine what it'd be like cast strength.
I mean, it already, like, we have our scoring system of nose, palate, finish, and price, and like kind of thinking ahead to myself, I imagine this is already going to be like a 15 or so, but
easy. Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and get into it. Nose, palate, finish, and price. Each category is out of 5. Final score is out of 20. What are you giving the nose?
I love this nose. It teeters the 3.5 and 4 for me. I will say it goes up a little bit on the palate because I like it so much. So I'm going to start with a 3.5 on the nose.
I was going 3.5 as well, and I'm going for a 4 on the.
And that's the same. I mean, I basically just gave away my answer. But yeah, 4 on the palate. Yeah, it gets better on the palate, and I love that because a lot of times we get these whiskeys that like we're like, man, I love that nose. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like the palate lets us down. Not this one.
I think the finish stays roughly the same as the palate. Might dip a little bit. Like it's not it's not as prolonged.
It's not a heavy finish, and I think that's where that proof is going to come into play.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that dips back down into the 3.5 territory.
I agree.
Yeah. Not bad by any means.
No,
I just wish
it needs to be a little bit more there.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Price at $45. I'm not mad about it. Honestly.
That's a 4.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a 4 as well. So
equals?
It's a 15.
15.
What do you know?
I mean, like the price is like $32.99. I know I'm getting really picky.
I agree though.
Around 30-ish, you give me that a 5.
Well,
they could have went more.
What you're talking about is essentially Maker's 46.
Yeah,
I mean. It all over kind of like the same product, just this is higher proof, this is sourced, this is coming from a different state.
Yeah.
The distribution model is different. And I think they likely have more overhead than Maker's Mark does because they're not making anything on site.
Yeah.
So yeah, to me, I understand that this is going to have a higher price, but the quality of the product being what it is, I really don't mind this being a little bit more expensive. And I appreciate too, knowing what we do about their model of business and being very customer forward. I really do appreciate that too.
Yeah.
It goes a long way knowing that they at no point said, well, we're going to try to make a quick buck.
Yeah.
And they've done it. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it's a great like one of those that's not going to break the bank, and you can use it for neat, on the rocks, cocktail, all that stuff. This thing.
Now, breaking the bank, though.
Speaking of breaking the bank, let's move up
to a $225 bottle that has 10 different finishings in it. That is primarily Kentucky bourbon, and again, I believe that it is all Green River. But 3 of the 10 components in here are Tennessee bourbons. I'm gonna run this down real quick.
I want to go ahead and watch a YouTube video while you.
5% of the blend is a 19-year Tennessee cognac finished bourbon. 3% is a 5-year Kentucky Madeira finish. 4% is a 12-year Tennessee sherry finish. 5% 11-year Tennessee port finish. 10% 4-year Kentucky triple sec. 18% 6-year Kentucky Madeira. 17% 4-year Kentucky apricot brandy. 13% 4-year Kentucky Amontillado. 15% 4-year Kentucky vanilla cognac. And 10% 6-year Kentucky Vino de Naranja.
Say that one more time.
Vino de Naranja.
What did you say the third one was?
Sherry.
What was the fifth?
Triple sec.
Oh.
This is... So back when we were talking about the 15 stars, not the 3 kings, but they're the triple cask. That's what it was.
I like that one, I think.
No, we loved that one.
Yeah.
And talking about how I wasn't ready for the bubble to burst with bourbon because 15 Stars was doing something interesting by taking so many different finishes and blending them into a cohesive product. I wanted to see another brand take that concept and push it further. Case in point, we have Blue Note.
Mm-hmm.
Amping it up by 3 times as much.
I'll be honest.
And then some.
It smells even better than when I had it last time. It smells darker.
It's done nothing but improve since we opened it last week. For sure.
Because I said I was very impressed at how they took this much finished product and didn't make something that just punched you in the face so much that you didn't like it. Because I told them, I was like, I went through finish fatigue and this surprised me a lot. And now it's got even better.
Yeah.
It smells like French toast.
It smells incredible.
It smells like melted butter and like maple syrup and like French toast. I like it. Yeah, it's got even better. Oh wow. It's
so good.
That's really good. Like
it's so precise.
It's so syrupy.
It is. But it doesn't feel like just a bunch of different things thrown together. Like it feels crafted. It feels like there's care and
I just got
time spent with it.
Fruity, like
I was getting it at the same time.
The finish had already ended for a while, and then I got this like back finish of like fruity, like just fruit syrup of some sort. I mean, I can't lie. I can't do anything but say this is damn good. And it's
it's
gotten
incredible.
better. And I hate that in a way because I'm always like, I want it to taste perfect on the first sip and all that, but I can't lie. I can't lie on this one. I can't be like, it's more. This has gotten 100 times better since it's sit. Have you had any of this since we had it?
No.
I mean,
we poured it like twice last week.
So a week sitting with a couple ounces out has made this thing turn into like, this tastes like a $300 whiskey. Like if I'm going to say it.
And it's $225.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it tastes like one of these bottles. Like it actually lives up to the price.
Yeah.
And the fact that still I'm not getting anything crazy from all these finishes that's like, oh, that's too much of that or that or that. Like this is just solid. It's syrup.
Yeah. It's just
syrupy, fruity butter. I don't know.
Again, like it's just very finely tuned. Like it's not, nothing is sticking out of place. It is its own beast.
And actually talking to them about this, I don't have the fear of like they put all this on the label and that he just like threw darts at a wall and they're like, put it all in there, put it on the label, it's done. Like, man, did they say let this sit for a little bit?
No. Did they?
I feel like something was mentioned about sitting. I don't know.
You know what? I think they did.
This is so good, man.
It is.
It's even better. I liked it the last time we had it, but I wasn't mouthgasming like I am right now. This is really good.
It's incredible. Let's go nose, palate, finish, and price.
Oh boy.
Nose.
4.
Definitely a 4.
Butter syrup. It is butter that's melted on that hot like French toast, and the syrup has mixed with it. It's butter syrup. It's 4.
I'm also going to give it a 4. I was trying to decide if I wanted to give it higher than that. The only reason I'm not is because the palate is a 4.5.
I'm debating on a 5.
I was thinking about it as well.
I'm okay. I'll go palate and finish. I'm going to just go up the ladder. 4.5 on the palate, 5 on the finish.
Yes.
Because like very
We're in agreement.
Yeah, very rarely do I ever like have a finish that like hits me about 15 seconds later.
Yeah.
And the fruity finish that this thing brings, it's like, oh, I didn't just have butter syrup French toast. I had some blueberry, strawberry, and banana on my French toast. And that's the hit you get after you've already had this for about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So, yeah, 4.5.
Just overall,
5.
this being like a confectionery dream. Oh my gosh. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, this is a great product.
Yeah. Price $225. High end.
It's high end.
But it
lives up to the price. I'm trying to figure out a score that is like, all right, I'm looking at my budget, but also like it lives up to the budget. I'm like a 4.5.
Yeah, I'm teetering between a 4 and a 4.5. I'll settle on a 4.5.
I think that they easily could have said 250, 300. I literally just said this is a $300 bottle. Anything over $100, I think I got to score it, based on just lifestyle.
Yeah.
But
18 out of 20 is not bad, man.
18 out of 20. Like
this is one of
top 10 right now.
Oh, it definitely is. And we haven't put out our bonus episode yet. for something that we reviewed a couple weeks ago. But it's crazy that it's in contention with one of those products.
I never would have thought something that had this many finished products in it
I know.
that was like a crazy blended thing would be there, but it is. And it did. It took a week to get there. I would say last week I would have gave this probably about a 13.
I know. I was thinking about that. But it really has done wonders just by sitting and opening up for that long.
I mean, I guess maybe when you have that many finished products, it needs a little air. But they should have one more that's like air 1 week.
We highly encourage you to be patient.
Asterisks. Please let this sit for 1 week. Either way, I love that thing.
Really very good.
Yeah. Really very good.
Yeah. Or very, really good. That's the name of a podcast.
I love that as like if they quoted us. Really very good. TIMBP. Really very good.
But if they did that quote, it would have to be the idiots at This Is My Bourbon podcast.
This is my bourbon podcast. Really very good. I want to see that on a poster. I want to see that in somebody a big sign in like Liquor Barn and like there's a rep like pouring. Really very good.
18 out of 20.
18 out of 20. Really very good.
Everybody's like, so why do they score it out of 20? And the rep's like, why do they say it's really very good?
They do nose, palate, finish, price, best out. They put it on. Really very good.
They've got like an iPad that just plays the episode or the clip on loop.
Let's just give you this here.
Scan this QR code. It'll go to Apple Podcasts. Just listen to it for yourself, okay? Jeez.
You got to listen.
Do we have to do everything for you?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Really very good.
We don't have any barrel rings this week. So
can I call in right now and just do barrel rings? No,
it just feedbacks the entire time.
This, though.
The unaired Flying Blind
might have messed up
that we will never ever be able to put out to anybody. We can't even put it out to Patreon. That's how egregious the mistake was.
Yep. I'll take the blame on that one. Give me shit in the Discord. Go ahead.
So in place of barrel rings this week, we'll do pour me, pour you, I suppose.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Audio listeners, love you to death. I kind of gave Eric this bottle of Booker's in like a sommelier style.
And I said, thank you, good sir. I will have that.
He accepted it like a gentleman. He said yes, and twice on Sundays.
I don't have anything to pour you. I think I poured you enough this episode.
You're good. Yeah, don't worry about it.
I've poured you the wrong thing, technically.
You made me feel like a subpar human.
I made you feel bad. I poured you the wrong thing. And here we are.
So this is 2024-04, Jimmy's batch.
Jimmy Russell?
Yeah.
He picked this?
No. This is named for Jimmy. This was done by Fred. No, in honor of Jimmy's 70th anniversary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And the card that comes with it has a whole spiel about how Jimmy was kind of like a second father to Fred after Booker died, and just like how special their relationship is and everything. It's very sweet.
A very like, even though we have brands, we're not competing.
Exactly.
Like, we're not like rivals.
Yeah.
We're friendly rivals, but also
we're not rivals really at all.
Yeah.
There was a story on it too that talked about like them being at a bourbon festival. This was back when Booker was still alive. And Jimmy comes up to them and puts down just like cups of bourbon. And he was like, I want you all to try this. And they're like, what is it? He's like, it's a new bourbon I'm working on. Like just a new product. It was like the fact that, Jimmy Russell is just, it didn't say. I wish that it had said, it was like, and that was Russell's 10-year or, something like that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. But just
wild turkey honey.
Jimmy, this doesn't taste like bourbon. But anyway, 7 years, 9 months, and 19 days, 125.8 proof.
Okay. Pretty good nose.
I gotta say, well, I'll save my general thoughts until we I'll get into it.
What's the general's number? That commercial. Call the general 500 or something like that.
I don't know. All I can think of is Daryl Isaacs, the hammer.
Oh,
the heavy hitter.
Call the heavy hitter.
255-3000. Yeah.
I'm not mad at this nose.
I'm not mad at the palate either.
I'm going to take this at what the label says. Jimmy's batch.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say that this is nothing fantastic. This is nothing that's like, oh my God, this is the batch of the year or whatever. This is bourbon. And I could imagine Jimmy Russell being like, we're just making good bourbon.
Exactly.
Right? And this is just a good high proof whiskey that tastes like classic whiskey.
One of the things that I love about this is that it almost reads like cask strength
101.
101.
Yeah.
It really does have.
It's got spice. It's got
nuttiness. But not like an overly Jim Beam peanut note to
there's
it.
More
it's just
cinnamon on there.
Yeah. It just is so oddly wild turkey forward. Like you could have fooled me into thinking that this was a wild turkey product.
And like that's exactly how I felt. Like there's nothing like, oh my God, there's so much peanut butter on this. There's this or that. This is just straight up 125 proof. Is that what we said?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
And I
love it for that.
I love it for that. When I drink Wild Turkey 101, I'm not thinking I'm going to get this bomb of a thing of this or that or whatever. I'm just wanting straight up good whiskey.
What kills me with this, though, is the fact that it's $90.
Yeah, that sucks. I don't need a box.
And you know what else kills me about it? It's $90 at Kroger now, too. Kroger used to be able to go and get it for $70. Like they were the last holdouts
on
the price hike.
If they would have been like, Jimmy's batch, we're going to make it like a
rare breed price
that's like for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks because like, I don't know.
It's Booker's, man. So this also brings something else up. I know we're kind of going all over the place with this. We got some time, though. This is my bourbon podcast, okay?
True.
We have no set parameters anymore.
Nothing matters.
Not you telling me. So recently, and for the video viewers, I'll put it up on screen. But the new Booker's Reserve label came out on the TTB. I don't know if you've seen it or not.
I have not.
Again, it was slightly older. Of course, it's cast strength. So it's like roughly like 8.5 years in the 120s. But it's finished.
In what?
Tequila barrels. What was the one thing Booker said?
Why?
What was the one thing he said? Don't let them mess with my bookers. What are they doing?
Like, I could see that. I guess I should pull
Yeah, get back on mic, please.
Sorry, I just Booker entered my body.
Unprofessional.
Booker entered my body and just said, "Throw the mic." Right now. I could see that in a little book. Like, we've had a bunch of
that is like exclusively a little book thing.
Tequila barrels.
Tequila barrels.
We were featured in a reel about tequila barrels. I saw that
a few times.
But besides the point, Booker's in a tequila barrel. That's a little book thing. I don't know about that. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
Now, I understand that it's supposed to be like different.
But why?
I don't know. Like, that's not the kind of different that I think Booker's is built for. You know what I mean?
What's a barrel?
Yeah, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey finished in tequila barrels. This is coming out this year. 8 years, 12 months, 2 days. So that's 9 years and 2 days.
What in the world? Why put that?
What are you doing? 127.8 proof. Now, here's the thing. Okay, what we are operating on right now is purely just like the optics of it. Like we've not tried it. We don't know what it tastes like. I want to know what it tastes like. I want to try it. But the thought of Booker No saying basically on his deathbed, don't let him mess with my bookers. And then we have the second installment of Booker's The Reserves.
Why not just put this under a little book?
I agree. I don't get this being a Booker's product. This could even be just a different Beam product altogether.
Yeah.
There's no reason why this had to be. There we go. There's the answer. Look. Yeah. It basically is a little book.
Mm-hmm.
It's Freddie now. It's not Fred. We've got to get the nose on the podcast. We've been doing this for too long to not have gotten the nose on the podcast. To not have the Russells on the podcast.
That's your thing.
I've been trying.
I probably keep people away from it.
No, you don't.
I know a few people that probably. We won't talk about that.
We don't talk about them, no. Anyway, that's poor me, poor you, and
I'm not mad at this. I just wish it wasn't so expensive.
That's my real only
it's
issue
really
with it. I think
it's not $100. This just tastes like damn good whiskey that should be about $40. I mean, that's just how it is.
I agree. I completely agree with you. But I hemmed and hawed over it for so long, just being like, oh, do I want to get it? You know, but honestly, like the real draw of it was the fact that it was another like special release in honor of Jimmy.
You know what's cool about Booker's though?
And there's still a lot of it out there too. Sorry.
You can kind of trick people with this. Non-whiskey drinkers. You can be like, look at this thing. We got wax. We got some
cool looking bottle.
Yeah. You know, we got some bows. We got some old looking label. Like, y'all ever had some good whiskey? Here you go. But either way, yeah, put me some Booker's that's about $40 to $50, and I'll start buying it again.
Going back and forth between it and the Special Reserve from Blue Note, it holds up so well. Like, it doesn't get lost as like a young, corny bourbon. It still maintains its integrity.
You're not wrong. No.
Like, the Reserves does its job for what it is. And then going to the Bookers, it has a lot of integrity to it.
Well,
Like,
wasn't the last Booker's Reserves or whatever it was? Wasn't that a bunch of different things in one? What was that? The one we did? I know I'm making you look.
No, it's okay.
Like that blue note is an even better product, I'd say.
Oh, I completely agree. Yeah, I mean, when we reviewed the Booker's Reserves, we just didn't.
It's all a bunch of
8, 9, 10, and 14-year-old bourbons. That's such a good point. In a lot of ways, it mirrors what Four Roses does with their annual limited edition small batch.
Good job, Breaking Bourbon.
It's like you guys know what you're doing.
You know what you're doing. But yeah, it's like a bunch of different things blended together.
Yeah. Dang.
Oh, Eric.
Ooh.
I don't know about that.
I don't want to talk about that. That's okay. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Yeah. I'm not saying you're wrong. Yeah. That's just a lot higher of an opinion than we thought.
We're just saying
I wanted to love that so much.
Blue Note can compete with Booker's. That's all we're saying.
The Reserves from last year still might be my most disappointing product of all time.
It should have been good.
It should have been amazing. 8, 9, 10, and 14-year-old bourbon from Jim Beam in one blended product? What happened? Why was it so flat?
Well, because all the other Bookers were not good.
But what's happening?
I don't know.
Please give me the answers.
I don't know.
I'm not mad at you.
I know, but I don't know.
But you're mad at me.
Ask Mr. No.
I want to.
NOE. Ask them.
No wrong answers.
Ask No Junior.
I I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast. There's a guy that lives across the street from me. I've talked to you about this, like off pod.
Oh, I know what you're doing.
That for basically the first 6 months of living in our new house, I thought was Fred No. Like, looks exactly like him. And it wasn't until I compare, and Fred No has a very distinct body shape. Like, he's all bottom. This man is not. It's not Fred. Fred doesn't live across the street.
Is this his like secret hangout spot or something?
I just thought that's where he lived. I don't know why he would live, an hour away from Claremont, Kentucky.
Maybe this is his man cave. Just hangs out there.
He keeps an immaculate yard.
Yeah. That's what he's doing there.
High proof hot takes.
No, I ain't gonna.
Yeah, you've already
mowed
me down.
I think I made my point.
You have. Tips and bits?
Tips and bits.
Segment of the show where we recommend things that we've been watching, reading, listening to, video games we've been playing, things that we want you to enjoy as well. Something we haven't talked about yet?
What?
Dragon Ball Daima. I think it's time.
Is it time?
I think it's time. We've sat on it for long enough.
It's been out for a while.
It's been out for a while. We've ruminated on it enough.
I will say, before we get into that, keep watching Daredevil, everybody. We're going to have a big Daredevil discussion.
I think it's so good.
It's so good.
I think it's so good, I don't want to, and it's getting better and better too.
Every episode gets better.
Like, it started out amazing, and it's only getting better. This week's episode was incredible.
Don't even get me started on this, how good this week's episode was.
Okay, but also, did you catch the Michter's bottle in last week's episode too?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, I was watching it.
Why don't they just say, they just ask Michter's, let them say Michter's. They have to put the different label on it.
But I was watching it, like Lucy had already gone to bed, and I just set the iPad up like a little bit further away so I
What
wouldn't
was it, like
disturb her.
14-year or something?
I don't know.
What they call it?
I didn't really like
it
pay
was a whole-
attention.
They basically took a Michter's bottle, but they put a different label
Relabeled it,
on it,
yeah.
and that said that was like their whiskey. But it's the most obvious.
Oh, it's
Michter's
100% a Michter's bottle.
Yeah.
But I think they kept the neck tag the same
it was
too, though.
There was like
the stars
they
and
put
everything.
a navy blue like sticker label over like the Michter's label. So,
But it was funny though that they didn't even go like, they didn't call it like Scotch. They still called it bourbon.
yeah.
Because usually in most shows they're like, oh, we're gonna need more Scotch. Like
No,
it's very
they
rare
said
that
bourbon.
they say
that
bourbon.
was their bourbon drink. Yeah.
But anyway, like even when I didn't have like like a huge screen or anything, like I still was able to identify even on like an iPad that it was
I mean, it's
Michter's.
obvious.
Yeah. Anyway, so Dragon Ball Daima.
Do we got to do this? We got to, don't we?
We have to.
Okay.
It's
I want to know how many people listening watch anime.
so few, dude.
I want to know if you're listening,
Okay,
watching.
don't turn off yet because
No.
we've still got the Patreon thank yous
don't turn
and
off.
everything. Please stick around for this.
I want
This
to
is
know.
important to us.
Raise a hand.
I want you
put
to
a comment.
Please,
do
please,
something.
please listen to us talk about this. It is very important to us that we talk about this.
There's literally a Whiskey Mutant anime person up here. There's
Dragon
figures
Ball
everywhere.
stuff back
Everywhere.
here. I have every collected volume of. I have the original first printing
Can't
of
even see all
Dragon
the stuff
Ball
over there.
of Dragon Ball in Japanese. The first printing, like it is arguably
Down there, there's like
the most
everywhere.
important piece of media to me. I really, really need you all to just understand how important this is to us, and please listen to us talk about this. Just for the next
like a hand raise.
the next 10 minutes, please. Just do not.
We're going to talk about this for 10
Okay,
minutes.
5 minutes, whatever. Just please do not tune out. Okay. Here are my polar opposite opinions about this show. Okay. It was dumb, and there were a lot of bad parts about it. I had fun every second of the way through it, though.
Every second?
Yes,
There's
because
no way.
because of how goofy and just freeing it was to have Akira Toriyama, the original writer and creator of Dragon Ball.
You trying to guilt me into this right
No,
now?
I don't care what your opinion is. I'm just telling you exactly how I feel about it.
He died, everybody.
He did die. Yes. Just over a year
In real
ago.
life. It's not like...
Yeah. I sincerely had so much fun with this. And it's not because this is like the last Dragon Ball we're ever going to get from Toriyama. It's not because I'm looking at it through lenses of nostalgia or whatever. It is just because I love Dragon Ball, and there is a whimsy to it that even when the storytelling is bad, when it comes from the original creator, it is still genuinely a fun adventure. And I accept that it was not a perfect narrative. I completely accept that. And I recognize that. I'm fully willing to accept that this is like worse than Super. I don't think Super's that good either. But I still had fun with it. Like I don't think that that's a wrong opinion to have. Right? Like there were moments that
I don't think anybody's opinion's wrong, because it's just like anything else. Like we all have different palates. We all have different, like, I don't think anything is wrong. I will wholeheartedly disagree with that.
And that's completely fair. I'm just letting you know that, like,
I know.
It was not the slog for me that it was for you. And but that being said, for all of its faults, we deserve better as Dragon Ball fans.
Oh yeah.
100%. This should have been a better show. There should have been a better narrative. It was animated before the story was completed. That should never happen.
No.
With any kind,
No.
any show.
Mm-mm.
For Toriyama's last go at a Dragon Ball story, this should have been 1,000 times better.
Yeah. Well, I also want to think that. So this is something I thought about.
This is going to go for another 7 minutes. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
Please don't turn off. This is super important to us.
Listen, like, this is going to show my age too, because me and Perry are kind of close in age, but there's just this gap to where I was watching Dragon Ball Z on Toonami for like reruns and reruns and reruns, and I had to wait.
So was I.
I was watching before you.
I know, but I was still waiting for the Buu saga to come out.
I was waiting on the Frieza saga and the Namek saga to end.
Okay. Fair.
Don't even get me started on this.
You're right.
I know the wait on the Buu saga. You know how many times I watched that before I even saw the Super Saiyan reveal?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
VHS record after school. So,
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm showing how
you're
old
a bigger,
I am.
better fan than I am.
It's not about being a bigger, better fan. It's about being old, Perry. I've already went over this today. How old I feel. And I tried to use this in the conversation, and now I feel even older. I had to wait on the Buu saga. I had to wait on the Frieza saga.
That is crazy.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
I'm going to have to recollect myself. All right. So I'm just saying, like, as even older, like that age gap that we have, even though I always feel like I act younger than you. Either way. In real time, I'm an old bastard right now. I feel like this was almost a filler, and he had something else planned. And you look into that stuff even more. You probably have read anything. I don't know. Is that true? I feel like this is like a fun intro to something even bigger, and he was like, I'm getting ready to bring something big.
Okay, so the general understanding is that this story was being written and planned without him initially. He was told about it because they were preparing for the 40th anniversary of Dragon Ball. He liked it so much, just as a general idea, he felt scorned because Dragon Ball GT was created without his creative input. And so he said he wanted to be a part of it. So he basically took the story and started from scratch with it. He kept some of the general ideas, but it became his baby overall. So the general plot line of it all, that's him.
Okay.
He did I would say 90 to 98% of what you see.
Yeah, I just feel like he had something bigger and better planned, and this was kind of like, okay, this will get them through.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I also don't know. I don't know for sure. You know, it's hard to say when he was such a recluse. Like, he never gave interviews. He didn't, he kept to himself.
Cigarettes the whole time.
Basically,
yeah.
He died of a stroke. Like, It was a very early death, and we'll just never know what was going to happen if he had been given the chance to live a longer life and continue to write these stories and be an incredible innovator
right
with this media. But
I felt like it was a chore to watch this anime,
and I enjoyed turning it on. I really did. And I get why you felt like it was a chore. Like it was very slow.
I love Dragon Ball so much.
We were rewarded.
I literally have my whole character, the Whiskey Mutant, is based on. He's got Dragon Ball. He's got Vegeta hair. Like
we were rewarded throughout a 20 episode series, like 3 times. Like genuinely.
Oh, yeah.
And they were big rewards, but it just wasn't enough.
No.
And by the time
the subtle rewards were bigger to me than anything.
I think so too.
I've told you.
You did that.
Yeah.
That was good. Yeah. Sorry, audio listeners. That's just for the video watchers.
I've said this. Vegeta is still my all-time favorite, and it reaffirms that. But
yeah,
as the overall like Dragon Ball Z fan, like it was just a chore to watch this, and we did get some rewards. We got some cool scenes, some cool moments, and like I didn't get the full spit moment that I wanted, but
we also didn't. We were left with so many questions.
And just like what, like. Could we have just used this time and money to make something better?
Yeah. Oh no, we definitely could have.
So,
but anyway, we're gonna leave it there. It overall, like, even though I had so much fun with it, it was like a 4 out of 10.
I can't rate it. I can't rate it.
I'm sorry. I wish it were better. I really do. But
I just feel like it could have been like a 3-episode OVA that was like maybe 3 hours long, and you call it a day, and then we got something better.
No, I think a movie would have served it way better than being a 20 episode long show. Yeah. This is a very again, we kept it to 10 minutes. We could have gone on for
I could go on for
2 hours.
I'd go on for a while.
Yeah. Anyway, we won't. Thank you for sticking with it. Again,
I still want to know how many people watch anime. Put it in the comments.
Please.
Patreon, YouTube, reviews
Speaking
on
of
Apple.
Patreon, you can support the show there at patreon.com/MyBourbonPodcast for as little as $1 a month.
Well, that is true.
As little as $5 a month, though. You can get bonus content every single week. That is included but not limited to a bonus episode every Monday, the pregame chats that come out every Tuesday, and the uncut, unfiltered, unedited, unedited was that word, episode as well, a day early, also on Tuesday, where you get bonus content as well.
Just do it.
Yeah, it's fun. We appreciate everybody who subscribes over there. We got 2 new subscribers.
It's been a busy week
over on Patreon that Eric somehow swindled.
There goes my timer.
Great. That's not going to work ever again.
Good.
It didn't work in the first place.
That's true.
Our first new subscriber. I'm not sure how you persuaded this person to do it, but apparently you speak multiple different languages.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Bullfrog Brown 88. Bullfrog Brown 88 joined. They're one of our new patrons.
Yeah, 88.
Please use their government name.
Bullfrog 88.
Bullfrog Brown.
Bullfrog Brown. BFB 88. Well, we met at a Ninja Turtle convention.
Oh, really?
But
that's
it was
new.
No, we were at the snack stand. And
gotcha.
We were both hungry. Like, he loves the frogs from Ninja Turtles. Like, obviously, Bullfrog Brown.
Oh, yeah.
But he's still a supporter of the Ninja Turtles. But he was a little mad. They had fried frog legs.
Oh, no.
And he was putting up a fight. Like, he was protesting this. Even though I heard that Ninja Turtles, they've been known to put that on their pizza. Either way, I decided to support him. So in order to bring back the favor, he's supporting us.
That's true.
So yes, we go from meat markets to what snack stands or whatever. Bullfrog Brown will always advocate for his kinfolk, the frogs. He will never have a fried frog leg, even if it's at a reptile convention where some reptiles do eat other reptiles.
And that is the TIMBP promise. You advocate for us, we'll advocate for you.
So
Even if
I
you
said,
don't advocate for us, we'll advocate for you.
You know what? We're at a Ninja Turtle convention. I'm going to eat pizza. I don't know why they have this, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to support you in your protest. And we did. We supported all the frogs.
And we also have another one. Our buddy, one of the founders of Bluegrass Barrel Pickers, Mr. Jesse Haddix.
What group is he in? He didn't tell me this.
Bluegrass Barrel Pickers?
He didn't tell me this. I had such a good time with him the other day. I was at Kroger, and they just put out some brand new deli meat. And I ran into him. He actually had a glass of whiskey in Kroger, and I was like, wait a second. We're allowed to do this? And he was like, yeah, I can do whatever I want to. He was drinking bourbon in the deli. And we talked about turkey. We talked about, have you ever had the really like mesquite chicken? Like
yeah. I love that stuff.
He loves it too. He had his own order. Like they were like, Mr. Haddix, like, we'll get you your normal. And I was like, who is this guy? He was like, oh,
They know him.
I love whiskey. I love bourbon. I didn't put it together.
Mm-hmm.
This was the same person that you have been with recently, right?
Yeah.
No. I was like, can I get a sample? He was like, no, you're not part of the club. I was like, oh man, I felt really bad. And I said, usually when people do things, usually when people have nice things, they share it. He was like, that's not how we do things. And I was like, oh, well, I want to share my podcast with you. Me and my friend Perry. He said, Perry, I know Perry. We go on barrel picks together. I said, oh. I was like, is there like a rule? He's like, we don't share with people though. I said, well, I will share with you the benefits of Patreon. Like you're going to want to like join. And he was like, you know what? That sounds great. And then he left and I was like, well, maybe he'll join the Patreon. Now I'm putting it all together. So he was with you at Pursuit?
No, he was not at Pursuit.
Oh. Was he with you at Rare Character?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't really get a special sample or anything from any of that stuff, did you?
Yes, you did. You tried the KOA pick before anybody else.
But like you didn't bring me like any like bags or like when you went to Pursuit, when you did all the stuff, like you didn't really bring me anything back, did you? But I'm so glad he's on the Patreon now. It's okay to share. Just, So, I appreciate joining the Patreon. Everyone's welcome here. I can't wait to share the wealth of this show with you.
You want to do the rest of the plugs?
If you want to get some merch, you can go to bourbonshop.threadless.com. Perry puts all the designs up there. If you want to send us an email, you can... I'm still laughing. You can send an email to thisismybourbonshop@gmail.com. Maybe you don't want to send a DM. Maybe you want to be secret. You want to send an email, do it there. You can also follow us on all social media. You can follow the show as a whole at My Bourbon Pod. You can follow me at Whiskey Mutant. You can follow Perry at PRitter1792. You can go to Facebook and follow Bluegrass Barrel Pickers. You can follow them. They do a lot of great picks. You can join our Facebook group. This is my Bourbon podcast Facebook group. You can also send us samples, snacks, anything you want us to talk about, review, put on the show. P.O. Box
22609, Lexington, Kentucky 40522.
If you don't want to send something, you can also call in. You can text message 859
428 8253.
I about messed it up.
859-428-8253. That's the number.
That's the number. You can be on the show. We'll put
it's
you
on screen for you, too, as well, if you're watching.
That's like
859-428-8293 is what you said. Yeah.
I did do that. Either way, like, comment, subscribe. Go to YouTube. You can watch this episode.
Leave us a 5-star rating and review on your podcast app of choice.
Do we have any?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well,
it'd be great if we did.
Time. Bye.
Could you...
I'm just playing.
Could you please leave us a review?
Do it.
Leave us a review.
Good, bad, fair.
Yeah, we read it out on the podcast. It's always my chest hurts from all that stabbing. That does it though. Next week we should do something different. We need a break. Maybe a best way to drink.
Worst way to drink.
Worst way to drink?
We ruined something.
Ooh. Let's do Pepto-Bismol. Alka-Seltzer. You said worst way.
I'm talking about like taking something.
Natty Light.
Natty Light's not bad.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We haven't done the best way to drink in a little while.
What are we gonna do? Give them a sneak peek. Give them a little heads up. That way they have a week to like find it.
Have we done Makers yet?
I think we have.
Have we?
Surely we've done Makers. Have we not?
Yeah, I don't think we've done Makers yet.
What? All
right. Next week, best way to drink Maker's Mark. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
See y'all then. Until next time, I'm Perry.
I'm Eric.
And this is My Bourbon Podcast.
I'm going to go start a barrel pickers group.
You would.